Los Angeles Chargers. And off we go from Denver. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. On play action, it's Bridgewater. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Into the hands of Patrick left side. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now a carry for the former first-round pick of the Chargers. It's Melvin Gordon. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. To throw is Bridgewater. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The kick by McManus is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. After marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry for Austin Eckler, who's a Colorado native. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think...
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's Bridgewater. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. On 4th down, Sam Martin is on to punt for the Broncos. Back deep, CeeDee Lamb. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. This is fielded at the 7. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Second and 10. Herbert now. He goes to Lamb again. This time he's got him. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he stopped immediately there. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Able to hit his target, Lamb. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Out of the gun, Herbert. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the 1st quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Cook. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big gain that time for the Chargers. Charger football to start quarter number 2. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Again, Herbert escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Herbert throwing again. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. Oh, it still won't go down. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
For as much as we extol his route running and him as a pass catcher, he might be better with the ball in his hands. He did not want to go down there until he found the end zone. And while he didn't quite get there, he and his guys are set up near the goal line now. 1st and goal.
Eckler. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Herbert going to keep it on the sneak. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Yeah, partner, they went a little conservative, didn't they? And they ended up marking it short. And now I wonder, will they even do it again on 3rd down?
Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Chargers 7, Broncos 3. Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. On the sneak, it's Bridgewater. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the 1st down.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he fires one incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Herbert. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
And the Broncos are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
This is Gordon. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
59 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing is Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Bridgewater with a keeper, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Teddy Bridgewater keeping it himself from a yard out, and the Broncos have retaken the lead. McManus's point after is good, and the lead is now 10-7.
Broncos 10, Chargers 7.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
He finds his target, Allen. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Justin Herbert. Flushed out right. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Herbert operating from the red zone. His throw caught at about the 5. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down.
Here's Herbert. He finds his receiver Williams for a Charger touchdown.
Mike Williams.
In the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers have once again taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line.
So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and 7, Herbert. Flush to his right. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. From the gun, Herbert.
He'll check it down to Bell.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. This is Bell on the dump off. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense. Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They go play action. Bridgewater.
He'll get that complete to Alberto.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Open man is Gordon, complete.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first.
That's complete. Okuegbunam.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Now Gordon on first down. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career. I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Play action now. Bridgewater.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action in Denver.
Out of the gun. Bridgewater.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off at the 25. The 30. 10.
I need to get my
and he
swag right
brings
there.
this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Chargers 28, Broncos 10.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? Rashawn Slater, first-round pick in 2021, guilty there. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Herbert now. And this is caught by Williams. The 40. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Looked the ball in, turned on the jets, and took it all the way.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater finding his big receiver Patrick over the middle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The former 3rd-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time. 2nd and 20. Another try after the 1st down sack. Bridgewater. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the rookie Asante Samuel. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. That's caught left side by Judy. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his third of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And again, it's Bridgewater. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Nasir Adderley.
And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Once more, here's Eckler. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
At the 45-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
44 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Eckler. Pushing his way through and still fighting. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. But, Charles, it's one thing to win.